buying this cabriolet doesn't feel like a wrong decision.
The Audi A3, and as you all know, is the entry level to Audi sedan, but shed a little bit more money and meet the A3 Cabriolet. Back in the day, the A3 Cabriolet was a bit too pricey as it was priced around 60 to 65 lakhs, but as the years passed and it became a bargain. Now you can get an A3 Cabriolet for 40 to 45 lakhs depending on the condition and the year. And if you're looking for an A3 Cabriolet or any other car, do hit us up on our socials and we'll get you that sweet deal and the right car. The A3 Cabriolet is a pretty looking car, especially with the top down. It's definitely a head turner, but it shares a lot of resemblance from the Audi A3 as it shares the headlights and the bumpers from the Audi A3. But over here you've got a classic Audi front, you've got a big grille in the center and over here, and of course you do have those fake vents. Audi can't complete a car without the fake vents, and it's a pretty looking front. From the side, the Audi A3 looks the prettiest. There are two ways to look at the car, with the top down and with the top up, and I'll always choose top down. After you've started admiring the stance, the other thing you notice is that the car is wrapped around with chrome all around the interior, and even the windshield has some chrome bit which looks really nice. Moving on, you've got some lines and creases flowing across the side which makes the car look sporty, and yet it hasn't lost its elegance. A3 Cabriolet was never designed to be a sporty car, it was designed to look like this, elegant. The next thing you notice are these 16-inch alloy wheels, which I'm not a big fan of, but it suits the elegant character of it. Now at the back, when Audi's game was really good, look guys, you've got real exhaust. I don't know how hard it is and why did this trend start of fake exhaust. It just looks so good. But again, the A3 resemblance continues at the back as well, as it shares the bumpers and the lights from the Audi A3. I'm really big fan of these lights because they're really sleek and give the car that cutting edge look. And you've got your classic Audi badging over here and your models and other stuff like that. Now onto the interior. Inside the A3 Cabriolet, and it's clean, well laid out black interior which looks absolutely neat. But other than that, the first thing you notice that the materials used are sturdy over here, and you've got soft touch on the dash which extends to the side as well. But what is not nice is this plasticky part over here, and this part is actually scratchy, and over here on the door bin the scratchy plastic even continues. Thank God the climate controls are a different preset, no bullshit, just straight up buttons which do not distract you while you're driving. Also, I feel these previous Audi gear selectors used to look different, but in a good way. Now onto the infotainment. To be very honest, the infotainment is very easy to use as it can only be controlled by the swivel wheel and the shortcut buttons down over here. But overall speaking, the infotainment has started to show its age, but in my opinion, it's better for driving as you do not get distracted. Being a A3 Cabriolet, you might expect that practicality wouldn't be that great, but it's actually surprised you as it fits the bottle of practicality to the front door. Being in a Cabriolet, you do get back seats and some cup holders, but sadly they do not fit the bottle of practicality. I expected the glove box to be smaller, but not this small. You've got some cup holders to keep the bottle of practicality, but as soon as you put them, you can't access the climate controls, which brings me on to the annoying things about the A3 Cabriolet. The A3 only used to come with the petrol variant, and being a facelift, I thought the engine side would get better, but they actually downgraded the engine to 1.4. A car that was priced for over 60 lakhs, you get a manual adjusted steering wheel and a manual adjusted seat. When I thought that the manual steering wheel and the seats were enough, but you do not get keyless entry as standard, and you do not even have an option for it, and you've got a key and no engine start button. The Cabriolet is an A3 inspired design, and the boot space was already less, but with the Cabriolet and the soft top, you are compromised with boot space and doesn't fit anything. A3 does get back seat, but it's impossible to fit an adult and drive at the same time. While a lot of coupes and convertibles get a delivering system for seatbelt, but sadly the A3 doesn't get it, so you have to reach all the way back to just grab your seatbelt. It's not all bad about the A3 Cabriolet, it does have some cool features, let me show you. For a cleaner dash, you can make the screen go away. The downside engine has a cylinder-on-demand technology which improves the fuel economy of the car. If you want to put all the windows down together at once, you've got a button for that. And of course, you can look cool. A3 Cabriolet is packing a 1.4 litre engine which is 4-cylinder and is producing 150 bhp and 250 Nm of torque. Also, it's mated with the 7-speed gearbox which is lightning quick. Now, let's take it out on a drive.
Driving the A3 and you notice that the cabin isn't that well insulated. There's a lot of road noise and a wind noise, and I'm traveling at 50 and I can hear the wind noise, which is not a good thing. But it does feel very cool that you're driving in a soft top drop top. Initially, you notice that the suspension is on the softer side, which you not expect out of a cabriolet, because a cabriolet means something more sportier and exciting. And of course, the engine does feel it lacks a lot of power, and you miss the previous generation Audi A3's engine, which was a 1.8, and now this car has a 1.4. The steering feels also nice and heavy, and the throttle response is sharp. The engine is tuned up to a peppier side, but you do feel that lack of power when you're going for those tight gaps. But otherwise, this car is a good cruiser, and this car was designed to be a cruiser and not to be a sports car. Overall speaking, this is a fun car to drive. The steering has the right amount of weight, the throttle is nice and responsive, and the gearbox is super quick. But you don't buy an A3 Cabriolet for all that practical bullshit stuff. What you buy an A3 Cabriolet is for keep the top down. You gotta go under 40 or else the top gets stuck. But once it's down, you can feel the air gushing in, and it just makes you feel alive. Woohoo! Suddenly, buying this cabriolet doesn't feel like a wrong decision, for sure. But now, enough talk, and it's time to do the thing. Let's show it.
What's my final verdict about the A3 Cabriolet? This is the type of car you do not buy to race people, but to go out for city breaks, and you should definitely consider this car. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.